What's up, DIYers? I'm Beth the Builder, and I'm gonna make a hanging plant holder. So I have a dickload of plants, okay? Can I say dick on YouTube? I'm gonna say it, okay? And it's a problem during the winter a little bit because there's only so many windows that you can put plants at and they like survive. So I've had to get creative about where to put them in things, and hanging them I have found is a very, very useful way of maximizing space. So vertical, get up into the ceiling. Very simple. I came up with this idea. Well, I saw this idea on a show on Atlanta. You should go check out Atlanta. It's a great show. But in the background of this like restaurant or something, there's this hanging plant, and it's like a wooden plant holder with like rope on the four corners, and then it's like into a knot and it's hanging. And I was like, what a simple, great idea. Because all my plant holders, I've had to like mangle together some friggin' rope to like hold it and support it, and I've only been able to do that with like really light plants. And then I have like a hanging thing, but then I had to get a pot under it or a tray so I can water it, and water doesn't get all the friggin' place. And that went really poorly because the tray had holes in it, and I had to attach it to the thing, and I didn't have one that just attached. It was a whole thing. And so then every time I water this plant, literally it pours out the side of the friggin' tray that's supposed to catch water. Not at all the thing that this tray is supposed to be doing. So I'm gonna replace it with something like this. So I already have a hook in the ceiling. It hangs fine, but I need to be able to put like a plate or something underneath it. So this is my idea. Saw it in a show and I was like, I'm gonna make that. So this is literally just scrap wood from, I believe it's from my cold frames. Check that out. We'll be doing gardening stuff soon, so be on the lookout for stuff like that if you like gardening. So that's what this is from. So you can see it's two funny angled boards, and this is some tongue and groove wood. I had just a ton of tongue and groove. It was left over from something. My mom had like a bunch of it. I've used it for so many projects. It's so handy. It was free. And we all know that like basically no one can afford to be building everything out of brand new wood nowadays, because what's up with the price of wood? Has it gone down? I don't check that shit because I'm not buying wood for projects when I can get free wood pallets. Anyway, these pieces, this is my note about what it is because I have lots of projects going on. So this is scrap wood. I didn't have a plan for it. I thought about throwing it away, and I was like, wait, I think I can fix it and make it into a plant holder. So this one's I just need to kind of clean it up. But also I thought of this idea. So this is a wood round that I cut with my chainsaw this past fall-ish. But I had the idea of, if you have wood rounds like this and you cut them for different things, whether, I don't know, for fun, I don't know, what would you be cutting rounds for? You wouldn't cut firewood that way. Like, I don't know. You could cut rounds and literally do this, like wood burning stuff, which is what I cut rounds for. But you could also cut rounds and then make them into a plant holder. And then you just need to have 4 places on the round for your plant. You could do smaller ones, etc. But then you get this really cool rustic look, which I love. I got my plaid on and everything. My rural roots are really showing. But then you get this cool like bark or raw edge, and you can have it in your home, and it has a little plant on it. So cute and very satisfying because you can get fucking wood for free like this, logs. You can use smaller logs. Obviously, this one is, bigger than my face. And then just use rope or twine or string if it's really light. I wouldn't recommend it. Use something heavier than that. Whatever you want to do. You could use like macrame cord. Is that what that's called? It's like a specific type of cord. You could do chains if you're into that look. Whatever. But also scrap wood. Piece it all together, brace it, and then drill some holes, string it up, plant holder. So cool. So I'm pretty pleased with that idea. And I'm gonna make a couple different ones and kind of show you guys what it's gonna look like. And be sure to like anchor your hooks in the ceiling and use your head about that. Okay, you don't want plants falling on people's heads. nor do you want, that's really the main thing. You don't want shit falling on your head. You don't want to be in some like AFV like viral video of like this dum-dum hung this thing incorrectly and it fell on their wife's head or something, or husband, or child, okay? So, scrap wood, rounds from logs, use whatever you got. That's what I'm all about, is using what you have, okay? Because no one has the money or the time to be going out, running their hardware store all the time, and that's my jam. And that's why when people, okay, here we go. When people are like trying to shame me or trying to like, you know, get under my skin about like, well, why did you do it that way? Or like, you don't know what you're talking about. Or like, well, like, that's not what that thing is for. Or you mean, do you even lift, bro? Like shit like that. Like, do you even know how to start a lawnmower? Like, yeah, bro. Yeah, I do. I've fixed lawnmowers, all right? Fight me. But I have to like restrain myself because the internet is not the place to pick fights with strangers. It is an exercise in futility. So you have to like get your Zen face on and go, okay, you know what? This is what I have to do. This is my journey of figuring out all of this, how to do things like this. Every one of my projects is a little bit different. And that means that it comes with a different set of skills that I've just had to develop. Like I didn't have like some grandmaster teaching me this stuff, or even like a parent who, even though both my parents are really, really great do-it-themselfers, there's also something to be said for being able to teach people stuff. That's a different skill. But I don't have the money or the resources to just drop on brand new wood and every single tool in the friggin' world. I can't do it, okay? I would be broke. So that's where you have to be innovative and creative. If any bimbo can go out and drop money on shit and have a workshop set up, have a garage full of tools and wood and brand new everything. But it takes like ingenuity and like creativity to be able to like take scrap wood and things that you've scavenged and tools that aren't always exactly what you need and make something and learn things from that. And I think like, you know, like a true craftsman, a true like DIYer, creator, whatever, can use the simplest tools, can use a hammer, can use one saw, etc., and can make something beautiful, can make something amazing. But every bimbo can go out and spend thousands of dollars at Lowe's or Home Depot. And I don't have thousands of dollars to drop on this stuff, and I've had to rely on like literally scavenging stuff and then acquiring things as I go as like gifts, or you know, saving money in other ways, and then being like, I think I can afford that. And I'm not too prideful to admit that, like, you know, I'm not a rich person. So I have to kind of use my head a little bit more. So it's great that some people can go out and just drop money. That's awesome for you. I can't do that. So that's where you really gotta fucking like dig deep and be innovative of what you're using. This is friggin' scrap wood. Someone else would throw this in the trash. And I try and walk that line of being not a pack rat and not wasteful. So that's why it's so encouraging to me when other people can see like my innovativeness and making things work and then not spending a lot of money. I really appreciate that other people see that and are like, hell yeah, girl. Like, I see that, well done. And like I'm willing to take constructive criticism and know that things like I haven't always done things like the perfect right way, and I'm not like an expert. I'm not a carpenter or, you know, a master craftsman or whatever the heck. I'm just a person like attempting to do things, like trying and figuring out like, how do I do things? How do I do this and save money? Because people didn't used to have all these friggin' techs and maintenance and repair people that they could call. They lived out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, and they had to rely on their like fucking heads to solve problems. And if y'all don't think that those times aren't coming again, think again. All right, we won't get into it. Okay. If you want to know more about Rants by Beth, go to my Patreon. I will be posting Rants by Beth on there, talking about different things and also exploring ideas, and maybe you have thoughts about that stuff. So if you like to check that out, you can go there. Anyway, I'll digress a little bit. Maybe you've been watching me build this thing while I like talking shit, because this is getting long-winded. Your great-grandpa didn't call someone and you're like, I don't know how to fix this, every single time, okay? He went out there with his fucking greasy hands and his fucking overalls and was like, what the heck is going on with this thing, okay? So if you want to like hate on me and you have a desk job, fight me, okay? And if you have enough money, just call people whenever something breaks, and you can just drop thousands of dollars and hundreds of dollars on one project, fight me, okay? I'll fight you, all right? Yeah, I'm 16 weeks pregnant, and I'll still fight you, and yeah. But not on the internet, because I can't sink to that sort of level. So, we're doing this. I think you've just been watching me do it. It's probably going fine, I imagine. How's it going, future Beth? Pretty good, past Beth. Anyway, so check out, Rants by Beth on my Patreon. I think it'll be uncensored because I gotta censor more crap on here. But my Patreon, I do not have to do that. So, yeah. But yeah, hanging plants, boom. Plants in general, it's great. I love having indoor plants. I also like having plants that serve a purpose, like an aloe plant. It's over there. Or herbs. Also, we'll talk about more of that later. Anyway, keep building this thing, Beth. Come on. Okay, look at here. I'm sitting on my counter because this is above my sink. It's kind of hard to get next to. So look at here. It's snowing out. It's March, but it's snowing. But free plant hangers. That one over there that I put my pothos on. That's what the plant is. It's scrap wood. And this is literally a log round that I was gonna hurl out in my fire pit because it's an end cut of a log and the wood's not super nice. I never ended up doing anything with this log, or at least not the rounds I cut, because it's not nice wood. But for testing this, totally works, and it actually like looks like something. Like as a little plant holder, it looks so cute. It's free. You can go scavenge logs out in the forest or wherever, and most people have scrap wood. Like you can get a pallet and that's scrap wood, and and piece together some like plant hangers. Pretty dang cool. So I don't know. I don't think you can really beat that. And then this is just twine. And then I had hooks in these places. One's for the ceiling, so you might have to get like a ceiling anchor hook, or this is just a long hook that sticks out from the frame around this window and my sink. So I mean, there you go. And that stuff's like, what, a couple bucks? Like not too shabby. And the only thing I had to wait for is I stained that janky wood because it's not like particularly nice wood. Here's the secret of why I really like dark stain. I mean, it's a preference, but also like it takes some wood that might be kind of like janky or shitty, and it just instantly is like, wow, it looks like something. Looks so nice, cute. Wow. Dark stain, and it hides imperfections so well versus light stain. It'll like highlight that shit. And you know, if you're using scrap wood or not nice wood, you want to hide it. So dark stain, that's where it's at. But I think the bottom of this I'll end up painting if I'm going to use it or keep it here or whatever. Like sand it down a little bit, paint it. I don't know. It's free. I can do whatever I want. It doesn't matter. So there you have it, scrap wood or log rounds. That's some pretty cheap plant hangers. And you could do, so I think I'm gonna do this at some point, is do tiered ones. So you'd tie together like 3, and then you'd have a little like tiered planter thing. So cool, right? I feel like you could probably knock this out in like, I don't know, maybe like 15, 20 minutes, especially if you don't have to like go cut any wood, if you're just piecing together scrap wood and you just gotta wait for some glue to dry. So don't throw away that scrap wood or those janky log rounds because they have a use. Alrighty, so I will keep knocking out videos, not as consistently as I once could have, but yeah, I mean, this is a good reason to turn on those notifications when you subscribe, because then you know when I release content. So it won't be every single week as consistently, but I'll try not to miss like 2 consecutive weeks together. So yeah, but bear with me, got a lot of stuff going on. Check out my Etsy shop where maybe I'll put some plant hangers, but I have all my cool Etsy stuff that I've wood burned, created, crafted, etc. So check that out up here. I'm also a Cutsall affiliate. If you like carving, if you're gonna buy bits, put this promo code over here at this link, get a discount. So I'll have a new video next week, and thanks for watching.